Hey y'all, good to see everybody here tonight. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Matt Weaver. I'm the best man. This is very difficult for me. I'm not really a talker. It's very hard. I put together the speech a couple nights ago. The first time I read through it, it was about an hour and 15 minutes. I cut some of the fat out, so we're down to about 35 minutes of just really good hits. So, anyway, I would like to thank everybody who's here today. Ryan's folks, Shari's dad, everybody who's helped out here. It's been definitely a team effort. It's been a big undertaking. This is no small affair. So thanks to everybody for being here, and thanks for all the help that you've given these guys. Shari, I'd like to start off by thanking you for a couple of things. Number one, you were on time today. Your hair is just outstanding. It's perfect. You're a beautiful bride. You're gorgeous and you're glowing, and everybody can see that. Speaking of gorgeous and glowing, Bogey wasn't able to make it here tonight, but I understand that Shari had some nice outfits picked out. A couple of costume changes. Bogey's the only dog in the world who has his own walk-in closet, her own walk-in closet. It's about that big. It's lined with the finest dog fashions from Milan and Paris and everywhere else. I'd also like to thank you for picking out wool suits. It's my first experience wearing wool in 100-degree heat. It'll always be memorable. I don't know that I'll be able to repeat wearing this suit again in 100-degree heat, but I can assure you that it will go into my ice fishing gear, and it's gonna get a couple more rotations. So it's good. Ryan and I met through the Eagles Club in Grand Haven. From the heart, boys, from the heart. 925. I see all my old Eagles friends in here. It's funny how many of my best friends I've met in bars, but I don't want to brag about that. I see a number of friends from Grand Haven, friends from the Eagles. See a couple of guys who went to Memphis with us. We went down to Memphis for Ryan's bachelor weekend, and I mean, a great time was had by all. Let's just put it that way. Some of us had a little more fun than others. I mean, I don't want to mention any names, but his initials are Steve Fensky. Steve had a blast. He always has seems to take it to the next level. Has more fun than everybody else, and this trip was no exception. He's got the snapshots to prove it, and I think some of those shots are still available online if anybody wants to take a look. Speaking of Memphis, Ryan and I were down there. There were late nights and early mornings, and we really let it all hang out. We had a great time. One night in particular, we were sitting around, and I said, hey, this is it. I mean, you're getting married. It's a big deal. I said, what made you choose me to be your best man? And he said, I grew up with sisters, and you're the older brother that I never had. And I thought about that then, I've thought about it a lot since, and I've come to the conclusion that he's the younger brother that I wish I would have had. Because if any of you have met my brother Ben, you can sympathize and understand where I'm coming from. I'm sure you'll all meet him before the night's over. I'm joking. He's a great kid. I love him like a rock. I love you, Ben. Love you, buddy. Ryan and relationship has grown over the years. We were just buddies running around town, having a good time, but over time, our relationship has grown. We've kind of cultivated it on, obviously his sense of humor. He's one of the funniest people I know. He's always got a ready laugh, and it's always genuine. But some other things, music, books. We share a lot of things in common. Concerts. There are a number of things that I can talk about with him that I don't necessarily talk about with other friends, and that's been a big deal for me. As you all know, probably about 2.5 years ago, Ryan was diagnosed. It wasn't good. And I remember getting off the phone with him that day. I remember it like yesterday. And I cried. And I said to myself, he's going to beat it. He's going to make it. And here we are. So. But cancer's cast a shadow on my family for probably 25 years. Lost a lot of people, and I've seen what it does, and it's not good. When this all came down, I thought to myself, are these guys going to make it? I mean, this is a huge deal. This is, people live together for 40 years and they don't make it through stuff like this. When they left town to go to Houston, they were scared and doe-eyed, didn't know what to expect. They came back and they had a steely eye, and they were veterans and they were connected. And there was no question in my mind that they were going to make it and that she was going to help him make it through everything. And that's exactly what happened. I'm not much, I'm going to wrap things up, I'm not much on Hallmark sentiment, greeting cards and that kind of thing, but I came across something on the internet, and it said, you don't marry the person you can live with for the rest of your life, you marry the person that you can't live without. And I think that just epitomizes their relationship. I love you both. So I'd like to ask you all to stand up, raise up a glass. Let's take a toast here to peace, to love, health, and happiness, and most of all, to Ryan and Shari.